Howdy everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm gonna present you the newest premium tank, the Swedish Strv M4257. Yeah, a lot of numbers again, so I'll just call it the tier 6 Swedish tank, okay? Yeah, they released this so people can grind the crews for the upcoming Swedish tech tree. So if you're interested in doing that, well, you might want to grab one of these. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. It's a tier 6 tank, so I'm not gonna talk about it too much. The best way to compare this tank would be to put it against the Czechoslovakian Skoda T25 because they are very similar. So let's just do that straight away. Okay fellas, on the left side we got the Swedish tank, on the right side the Skoda T25. Both tier 6 tanks, both autoloaders, okay? So straight away, the Skoda T25 wins the DPM battle, 1915 versus 1686, better DPM. If you go lower though on penetration, the Swedish tank has 148 pen with AP versus 132 compared to the Skoda. And also it has 150 alpha damage compared to 110 on the Skoda. So the Skoda has a 3 shell clip, the Swedish tank has a 4 shell clip. But this is where the things come back in the favor of the Skoda. This thing needs 15.34 seconds to reload, while the Skoda just needs 7.67. So it's pretty much needs half the time the Strv needs to reload, and also fires the shells faster. You need to wait 2 seconds between shells on the Swedish tank versus 133 on the Skoda, so DPM is going to be much better. Penetration wise, the Strv wins of course, but in terms of DPM, I would prefer to have a faster firing gun. You know, I would prefer the Skoda because it reloads twice as fast, even if you only got 3 shells. But the burst damage of the tier 6 tank is not bad, it's 600 burst. Shell velocity 925 versus 900 on the Skoda, not a big difference, and they both have the same ammo capacity. But of course the Swedish tank will have more damage potential because it has 150 alpha damage shell. The Swedish tank has 228 time versus 2.01 on the Skoda. It has a slightly better accuracy, 0.34 versus 0.36. But this is where the Skoda starts winning again. It has better dispersion than the Strv. When it's moving during the tank traverse and turn traverse. So the gun handling of the Skoda is going to be better, but the gun handling of the tier 6 tank is not exactly bad. Actually, it's probably the gun is the only useful thing on the Swedish tank. So it's not very bad, but still, the Skoda will win compared to the Swedish tank in terms of gun handling. The tier 6 Swedish tank has 12 degrees of gun depression and 12 degrees of elevation and 6 degrees of gun depression. You might think 6 degrees of gun depression is enough. No, it's not. The turret is very tall, so this thing feels like an LTTB if you guys ever played it with literally no gun depression. Skoda on the other hand has a very casual 10 degrees of gun depression. You can work the ridge lines with literally no problem. Going further towards movement, the Swedish tank has 45 kilometers of top speed versus 60 on the Skoda, but it has pretty weak power to weight ratio, 340 horsepower versus 500, thus giving it 13.41 power to weight ratio compared to 21.69 on the Skoda. So the Skoda way better power to weight ratio, but the terrain resistances for hard and medium terrain go in the favor of the Strv, which means it's going to be a little bit better on hard and medium terrain. On soft terrain, the Skoda still wins. With these data, not everybody will understand. The Skoda T25 is still going to be miles faster than the Strv. The Strv accelerates super slow. It's very slow in acceleration. And just because of that, you can't really circle tanks, which is a problem for tank with no armor. You can't really circle tanks. The the traverse of the Strv is 38 degrees versus 30 on the Skoda. Skoda is not a big of a, I don't know, circular either, so to say, but it will move faster around the map. Going lower towards armor and health, 55 full armor in the front, 30 in the side, 20 in the back. Not really worth going into the armor because both tanks won't bounce anything. More or even you're gonna get pinned by high explosive quite a lot. I did get pinned by tier 5 derp guns with high explosives, so it's not quite a nice sight when that happens. The Swedish tank has 700 health versus 730 on the Skoda, and this is a huge problem for the Skoda. The engine health is only 100, and also the track health 120. One of the biggest issues I've encountered with this tank is whenever you get shot, literally your engine dies. Your engine gets destroyed from the first shot, and most of the times your engine and tracks die at the same time. So very big problem. So you might want to pack a large repair kit maybe with it. I'm not a big fan of using 2 repair kits, but yeah, that is gonna be a huge problem for the Swedish tank. Going lower, the view range of the Swedish tank is 10 meters less than the Skoda. We're at 360. I'm gonna show you the camo in game because Tanks GG doesn't show it. The radio range 400 versus 740. I think they said they're gonna fix the radio range at some point. Not that big of a deal anyways. Fire chance 20% on both. I am using rations on my tanks and I kind of caught fires a couple of times, so do that at your own risk, honestly. Okay, I was talking about the camo of the tank. 20.5 and 16 when it's stationary on the move. It's not really bad values. It's pretty decent camo level, so to say. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a better camouflage than the Skoda. Skoda kind of has terrible camo values. The shell cost of 1 AP shell is 145 credits, 1 APCR is 2,800, and 1 high explosive shell is 90. I'm using small repair kit, small aid kit, and coffee with cinnamon buns. That's the consumable for the Swedish tanks. If you want to use rations too, do it on your own risk because, like I said, I burned a couple of times, and you might want to go for that large repair kit, because you will cry when your engine gets damaged all the time. Destroyed actually, alongside of the tracks. As for equipment, I got optics, ventilation, and enhanced gun laying drive on it. It can't mount a gun rammer, so I had to go for vents. Also I put enhanced gun laying drive to help with the aim speed. The gun is, well, the gun is decent. Let's say the gun is decent. And also I got optics. This thing doesn't have a lot of base V range, so along with everything I got right now, it's 431 V range. So you might even want to pick, instead of optics, you might go with binocs, for example. That wouldn't be bad either. That wouldn't be bad. I just liked optics because I like to move around. But like I said, this is pretty sluggish, so going for binos is not a bad choice either, especially if you don't have like a better crew. As for the crew skills, as usual, I got 6 cents on the commander, repairs on the gunner and driver. After that, I started putting the V-range skills like situational awareness and recon, and the gun handling skills, snapshot and smooth ride. And I'm probably gonna put some more camouflage at some point, or put BIA. It's not a biggie. Of course, this crew is gonna go towards the higher tier Swedish tanks. Well, let's get into a replay of the tank to see what it can do on battlefield, and after that I'm gonna do a short recap to tell you the pros and the cons of this tank and why you should or you should not buy it. Okay fellas, we're on Fiery Assailant. It's a tier 7 game. One thing I forgot to mention, this thing does not have preferential matchmaking, so you're gonna see the full spectrum tier 6, 7 and 8. What is going on with my tank? Yeah, a big problem I encounter with this one also. I tend to get a lot of tier 7 and 8 games, mainly tier 8 games, so it's not really fun, especially when you can't even pen tier 8 tanks with your gold ammo. But yeah, when you're grinding lower tier tanks, that's what you gotta expect. I'm gonna be cruising around the middle. They got Arty, so I don't really want to get shot by it. It's that LAF Arty, which will wreck me in 2 shots. Let's try to shoot a T7. That was a bad snapshot, but I always tend to do that with an autoloader because I can kill the T7 in 3 shots. So the first shot doesn't really matter. Even if I shoot, it's still gonna start aiming down the sides. So I don't recommend doing that. That's what I'm saying. All I gotta do is cruise around the middle. I don't have gun depression to peek. With a Skoda I could peek up here with no problem and even shoot E25. With this one I can't. Like I said, the turret is pretty tall and you can't really depress the gun. At least it's gonna be a happy tank, right? No depression, yeah. Oh, that guy got wrecked by Arty. Oh, there we go, we got spots up the hill. Let's see if we can shoot a T-34. Like I said, the AP penetration is not really bad. If you do get into tier 6 and 7 games, you're probably gonna be able to pen your targets without a lot of effort. When you get into tier 8 games, then you're gonna have to spam gold ammo like crazy, but that's only the joys of the matchmaker. There's a Type 64 there. He moved already, I think. I'm gonna keep blind shooting after him. No idea if I actually hit him or not. Don't know what's going on with the camera. The camera was moving weird in the replay. I have no idea why. They have a lot of stuff at E1, man. Their team went really good on the map. My team is only camping in the forest. And there we go. One shot from nearly Fee. Took all my health away. Luckily it didn't set me on fire though. Or break any modules. That would have been sad. These guys are coming for the YOLO now. Nice try, boys. They never learn, man. They never learn. All I gotta do is keep moving now because that Arty will shoot really fast, so I don't really have a choice. It's either move around. But the problem, like I told you, is the tank is quite sluggish. You can notice that from when I'm moving with it. And hopefully the team is gonna push the forest and we're gonna be able to break through their defense there. Of course, they still got a full health Black Prince in the forest, so and this looks, man, this guy was doing a great job for this team. He's so annoying for me because he was spotting me 24/7. Yeah, he was doing a good job, so I gotta keep moving because it's risky for me. There's T7 again, and those guys were spotting better than the scouts. That camouflage. He's dead now. Okay, gotta load a BCR and go for the Black Prince somehow. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it though. No idea. Not having that looks spotting the entire metal all the time would be a tremendous help because I could actually peek and shoot the forest too. But because of that guy I can't. Well, mainly worried about Arty because Arty will aim fast and kill me. Oh. Yeah. I'm just cruising around, trying to find some opportunities. We got the hill though, at least, so that's good. You win the hill, you probably win most of the times. Very, very important if you want to win this map. This is E25. He came in pretty optimistic, I would say, but he died. Yeah, keep gotta turn around. The Black Prince is pushing in the forest though, so I'm gonna try see if I can shoot him in the side a little bit. It's gonna be problematic with my gun depression, but I have to try because he's gonna go through the IS and the Churchill in no time, unless they manage to pen him somehow. I'm coming, little fella. Wait for me. Wait for me. Let's see. I got the side of this turret. The Black Prince is dead. I gotta keep cruising around now because that Arty's still going for me. There's a Type 3 there. I'm probably gonna do a clip of blind shots, just in case he hasn't moved from his position. Who knows? Don't really have nothing to lose besides 4 shells. Yeah, I don't know. He probably moved, but it does kind of seem like the shells are stopping there, don't they? Who knows? I gotta try to attack from the 7 line now, because there's a Type 64 in the forest and he's gonna outspot me. No problem. I gotta attack from the 7-8 line. Somehow spot the Type and S35. Oh, there's the Type here. Somebody definitely shot him. I don't know if it was me or the other guys in the middle. There we go. Yeah, I just gotta wait for him to kill him. Then I'm gonna go in. I really don't want to get spotted because their tank destroyer was spotted closely last time. Oh, they already got him. Never mind. Let's go on then. Yeah, I'm gonna go check the river first. Let's see if he's there. Then I gotta go and spot their forest, because my team, a lot of my teammates still have a lot of health, like the Challenger and the OEXP, but they're still not doing much, so I gotta do it, boys. Oh, there he is up the hill. I gotta aim really well because I got 3 shells and I need all of them to kill him. 1, 2, and the 3rd one. There we go. Not even spotted. I can move on with my life now and go spot the forest. Indeed. Okay, there's only 2 tanks, the Type and I believe it's a Shinukai if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, it's a Shinukai. So all I gotta do is go spot him. I'm gonna go ham because I need the assist damage for the gun marks. These guys don't seem to care too much. They're still saving their health. I don't. So we're gonna try to dig him out down les forêts. And let me just speed this up for you guys until we actually find that guy. There we go. He was spotted in the middle. Let's try to go for him. Come on, Shino, climb up, man. Climb up. Oh, he's climbing up for sure. There we go. 1 and 2, and he died. Okay, fellas, surprise. This was the 3 gunmark game too. Yeah. We got the 3 gunmark Rhinos, we got high caliber, 55k, almost 56k credits, and 3,744 XP. Had some boosters on, so don't watch this, I'll show you the base XP. But we got the 3 gunmark Rhinos on the Swedish tank. We ended up with 2,335 damage, 2 kills, 1,085 base XP. We also got 644 assist damage out of this game. And we even made 9,600 profit. Yeah, if this would be a tier 8 game, you'd probably not make any profit because you'd have to shoot so much gold ammo, if you want to do damage, of course. For the guys who want to go for the gun marks on this tank, I think I needed around 2,000, maybe 2,500 damage plus assist damage combined. So the values are a little bit higher now. If you guys wait a little bit, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go lower because a lot of the good players are on this tank now. And yeah, if you want to see how the Swedish tank looks, pretty much like onion rings. Yeah. Well, let's draw some conclusions and tell you guys if it's worth or not buying this tank. So, first of all, well, I'm just gonna go with the pro of this tank, okay? I think the only good thing about this tank is probably the gun. The gun handling is decent, and you do have 600 burst damage. Well, somewhat burst because it does take 6 seconds to unload the clip. It's not a lot, I know. So the only good thing about this tank is the gun. Decent penetration for tier 6, good clip capacity, and decent gun handling. Now for the cons. It doesn't have any gun depression. That is very, very annoying with a tank that doesn't have any armor. No gun depression, and the tank is very sluggish. It's very sluggish. You won't be able to circle heavy tanks at all. I mean, I couldn't even circle a tag on this thing, and that kind of, yeah, you can imagine. So the tank is very sluggish and also receives a lot of module damage, mainly the engine and the tracks. They go down a lot. But if you do want to grind your Swedish crews in it, yeah, you got an opportunity. Probably gonna make, I had some boosters going on, and I already got a 3 skill crew until I finish the mark. So if you want to go for the Swedish crews, be my guest. If you want this tank to make credits, or I don't know, be competitive with it, it's not really the tank, because the Skoda T25 will trash this tank any minute, any day. So that's just my 2 cents about the tank. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review and the 3 gun mark video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, I guess. Until then, don't forget, boys, stay arty safe. Goodbye.